In this video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to save a bunch of money on a heavy hitch weight rack by building it yourself. And for you guys that are interested in buying a quick hitch, I'm going to show you guys which quick hitch you should buy, what to look out for, and I'm also going to be showing you what to modify if you buy one of the cheaper ones. I'm also going to be showing you guys what weights I have, where I got them from. I'm going to be giving you guys measurements on the weights and my custom heavy hitch weight bracket. I'm also going to be talking about my REESE receiver that I have custom mounted to my Kubota BX. So we have a lot to talk about. Let me get this tractor fueled up. Since last time I used it, I pretty much ran it empty, and I'm gonna get it spun around so I can back in here, and then that way we can get some better light for the camera. If you guys haven't got these easy pour water spouts from Tractor Supply, you gotta get them. They're great. They're only about $8. They got a nice little thread-on cap. They come with a little mesh screen in here so that you don't get debris in your fuel. You drill a 1/2-inch hole, and it gives you a vent plug. So for anyone who hasn't seen these yet, they're great. I put them on all my cans. They're about $9 a kit. Comes with everything you need for any tank you have. So pick one up. Okay, now that I got the floor swept, I'm going to spin the tractor around and back it back in. Yeah, I definitely gotta make that door wider. As you guys can see, that thing just fits. Okay, so first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get these weights out of the way so you guys can see my weight bracket. Get these out of the way. I believe these are 42 pounders a piece. I got 4 of them. Okay, so now that I got those weights off of there, you can see my custom heavy hitch weight bracket. This weight bracket here is nothing more than a Chinese 3-point hitch drawbar that I turned into a heavy hitch. I felt it was easier this way than building it from straight scratch because I only paid about $50 for the drawbar itself, which is just this piece here. Okay, it's like this little T-bar here. Okay, so that's all it came with, and it came with this 2-inch receiver right here. This has been extremely reliable for me. The welds are really good when it came in. I was real happy with it, and I felt that it would be plenty strong to build it into a weight bracket. So let me show you the one I got so that you guys know a little bit more of what I'm talking about here. So if you go to eBay and you just type in tractor hitch, you'll see a bunch of hitches. Any of these T-bar style hitches would work. You just got to figure out if you want one that's compatible with Quick-Hitch, or if you're not using a Quick-Hitch, then you don't really have to worry about that, and you can just buy any one that actually just utilizes this T-bar style hitch. So like any of these would work. I bought this one. It was one of the cheaper ones at the time. I think I paid 49 bucks for it. It's straight out of China pretty much. It's about as cheap as they come. Let me click on this here and let me blow this up. This is the exact same hitch that I've used to make my Heavy-Hitch weight bracket with. It was the same color, it's the exact same thing. So if you look at that real carefully, and then you look at my bracket, you can see it's the exact same thing. So I utilize this entire piece here. I utilize the 2-inch receiver. I even utilized the top link mounts there. The only thing I had to do when I bought this is not Quick-Hitch compatible, and it doesn't say that when you buy it. The distance between this pin and this pin was like 25 inches, which is way too tall to use a Quick-Hitch on. So what I had to do is I had to cut these top link mounts off, and I had to move them down. And once I moved them down, I cut the top off and I put a cap on it. So that's what I did here. So basically I moved these down lower. I had like this much on the top of the square stock. I cut that off so that it wasn't, you know, so tall, and I welded a cap on here. So that's what I had to do to make it work with my Quick-Hitch. If you guys buy one that's Quick-Hitch compatible, right out of the gate, you won't have to do what I did. But anyway, as you can see, the rest of this is exactly what this is here. What I did was, since this is 2x2 square stock that they used for these pieces, I used 2-inch wide. I actually had some scrap steel laying around, so I actually had to use a couple 3/8 inch thick pieces of metal. They're 1-inch flat stock pieces that I welded together to make them 2-inch. But really, all you need is a piece of 2-inch flat stock. I would go with like 3/8 inch thick because you want it to be strong. And once you weld on your sides here, basically all you're gonna do is you're gonna take a 3-inch piece, 3-inch wide piece of 1/4 inch steel, and you're gonna run it across to your center post, okay? So from your side post to your center post, okay? The distance you want from the bottom of the square stock to the top of your flat stock here is 11 inches. So from the bottom of this here, so from here to the top of here is 11 inches. And that should give you enough room to run not only the 40 to 50 pound weights, but also the 70 pound weights as well. That's what I did. I got my measurements straight from heavyhitch.com, and I looked up under their specs, and they actually had it all, you know, diagrammed out and what size steel they used and their measurements, and that's what I took for the measurements of this. So that's how I built mine. It's nice and strong. I haven't had any problems with it. This is just 1/4 inch thick steel by 3 inches wide. I'm able to fit 4 50-pound weights here. Right now I only have 4 in total, so I keep 2 here and I keep 2 here. But eventually I'm gonna get 4 more so I can have 4 on each side, which will give me close to 200 pounds. So that's how I built mine. I also put a little hook on here for pulling stuff out of the ground. I've actually pulled great posts out with this and stuff. I mean, that's how strong this thing is. I've had no problems with it. Pulling great posts out of the ground. I pulled vehicles with it. I pulled lots of trailers with this hitch. So I have no problem believing this thing is plenty strong. The Heavy-Hitch version of this, the real version, sells for like $350. And that to me is just way too much money for, you know, just a weight bracket. You know, I get that you could use it for other things, but for me, I didn't have that kind of money. So that's why I'm making this video, is to help people save money on products like this. So if you have a little bit of fabrication skills, this is a very simple project to do. You go ahead and buy your hitch, you get some scrap metal that's laying around, you build your side posts, and you put your cross pieces in, and that's what the weights will hang on. Let me get a tape measure so you guys can see the exact measurements I used to build this. Okay, so from the top of the square stock to the top of the centerpiece is 11 inches. The total width I use is 23 inches, okay? So 23 inches across will let you fit 4 50-pound weights on either side. So a total of 8 50-pound weights, which I think is perfect. That's exactly what Heavy-Hitch does with theirs. So yeah, so you got your measurement there. So you can actually just take 23 divide it by 2, and then you know how long your pieces should be for the center here. Aside from that, I use this piece here. The thickness of this, I made 2 inches wide so that it can go along with my square stock, which is 2 by 2. So that's why I made this 2 inches wide. Heavy-Hitch does use a beefier piece. I'm sure theirs is a lot thicker metal. This is probably like 1/8 inch thick, and I think Heavy-Hitch uses 1/4 inch thick square stock. And they also use a 3 by 3 square stock, where this is 2 by 2. But hey, like I said, it's been working, so you know, this is a great way to save some money. There's my custom Heavy-Hitch. The weights that I use on this are from heavyhitch.com. Let me pull up their website so I can show you which weights I'm using. Okay, so these are the suitcase weights I'm using right from heavyhitch.com. This is probably where you're going to get them the cheapest. I've also heard that you can get them from Home Depot. Believe it or not, if you go on Home Depot's website, you can find the John Deere 50-pound weights fairly cheap. And if you could get them shipped to a local Home Depot that's in your area, you don't have to pay for shipping. So you may pay a little bit more for the weights, but the fact that you don't have to pay shipping, that's what really kills you when you buy these weights, is the shipping. Heavyhitch.com, they do you pretty good with the shipping. You know, they don't gouge you too bad because you're buying it from them. I think if you buy over a certain weight limit, they give you a really good deal on the shipping, which is what I did. But you can see their prices right there. For the regular 41-pound weights, they're about $49 a piece, so that's really not that bad. Like I said, though, once you calculate shipping, I bet you I paid probably $100 to get these all shipped, but it's still not too bad considering some places. But like I said, if you go to homedepot.com and you type in 50-pound John Deere weight, sometimes you could find them in your area and just go right to your local hardware store and pick them up from there, and that'll save you on the shipping costs. Okay, so those are the weights I used. Now let me put these weights back on. As you see, they slide on nicely. Okay, another measurement I want to give you guys, because I don't know how much info is out there. This is one thing that really bugged me when I built this, is I didn't know exactly how far these weights would hang past, you know, your center bracket here, your center brace. So that kind of bothered me, because I wanted to make sure I had enough room for not only the 50-pound weights, but the 70-pound weights, because the 70-pound weights will come down to about here. I believe they're probably 3 inches longer. So if anybody knows that exact measurement, post it in the comments below. But this one's from the top of the bracket when they're hanging to the bottom of the weight, as you can see, is about 6 inches. So that's the clearance you're going to need if you're running 50-pound weights. If you're running 70-pound weights, I would at least bump that up to like 9 inches. As I said, I believe I gave myself enough room to run either one. Let me do this again. If I measure from here down, I have like 10 inches. So I don't think the 70-pound weights are taller than 10 inches when they're hung. So that should give me plenty of room to run either style weight. Okay, so the next thing I want to talk about is my Quick-Hitch. The Quick-Hitch I bought is a Ranch X. This is a Category 1 Quick-Hitch. Now, the thing about Ranch X that I like, if you buy the red one, it's called the Category 1, and it's actually got the Category 1 bottom hooks here. You do not need to use the bushings at all. It's just really nice. It's an actual Category 1. That's why I bought this. Is a direct fit for Category 1. This is just your standard looking, you know, Quick-Hitch. It's held up very well for me, this Ranch X one. But yeah, I just want to show you guys that. Make sure when you buy one of these for a subcompact tractor, you're buying a true Category 1 Quick-Hitch. So that's the Ranch X. That's one that I highly recommend. This Ranch X model, it will not come with a true Category 1 top hook. I don't understand why they would give you, they give you the bottom hooks as a Category 1, but the top hook they still give you as a Category 2. So what I did is I welded in some shims here that narrowed this down a little bit, so now this is a true Category 1 top hook. So that's what I did, but you could also buy top hooks online that are just a true Category 1 and bolt it on here. But the biggest thing is making sure that you get a Quick-Hitch that's got a Category 1 bottom hook, so that you ain't got to use all them sleeves. This cost me about $150 shipped to my door. So it was a really cheap, really good deal. You know, if you go and buy the iMatch hitch, it's like $300-something. Again, that's just crazy money, I think. This thing has held up really good for me. I've put it through a lot of work. I've done a lot of driveways grading with a grader box and back blade, and it's held up really well. So I just wanted to point that out. That's what I'm using, and I really think it works great, especially with the true category 1 it's got down here. Last thing I want to talk about with you guys is this receiver hitch I have down here. Now this is just a regular REESE receiver hitch. You can get this at your hardware store. I got this at an Ace Hardware down the road from me for 25 bucks. This will actually bolt right up to your Kubota BX with a little bit of drilling. So what I did was I mocked this up on my tractor, and I took a Sharpie and I pretty much dotted 2 of the holes that didn't line up perfectly. What I did was I put it in a drill press and I wallowed out the holes a little bit bigger. So there was 2 holes that I had to wallow out just a little bit larger. I pretty much had to oval them out. And once I did that, this hitch fit on here perfectly. Now, as you can see, it's got the tie down points already on it, which is nice. And I also added this little clevis hook, which is nice to have when you're pulling on stuff. So that is a REESE Tow Power 2-inch receiver. Like I said, it cost me about 25 bucks. The only other option really to go, if you want a receiver for the bottom here, is like AI2 makes one. And I think you can get one on BX Expanded as well. These are really expensive though. They're $100. So it's $100. As you can see, it's pretty much the exact same thing. You got your tie down points on either side. You got your 2-inch receiver. It mounts the exact same way. It almost looks the same. And that's $99 to buy that, plus shipping, whatever shipping costs. So do a little bit of fabricating. It does not take much work to buy this $25 REESE hitch from your hardware store and wallow out 2 of the holes so that it fits on here. And once you do that, it's perfect. I mean, it lines up perfectly. It doesn't look weird on there. I mean, it looks perfect. And you still got your tie down points. So it's just a really nice setup. I haven't seen anybody else doing this. And I did post this on Orange Tractor Talks like last year. And I just wanted to get this on my channel so people can see it. Maybe it'll help somebody save some money. So all these companies that I talked about today, Heavy-Hitch and AI2, BX Expanded, they all make very high quality products. But, you know, some of us don't have the money to afford a $350, you know, weight bracket, or, you know, like the iMatch, a $350 Quick-Hitch, or even a $100 receiver hitch for the back of your BX. So this is 3 easy ways to save a bunch of money. You can get a full Category 1 Quick-Hitch for $150 shipped to your door with a true Category 1 bottom hooks that works fantastically for Category 1 implements. You can build yourself a custom heavy hitch if you got a little bit of experience in fabrication. I mean, it does not take much. I have 1, 2, 3 pieces here, or 4 pieces that I've added to this. You know, the extra stuff that I added is just for me, like the hook and whatnot. But I spent 50 bucks on that hitch, and I added, I don't know, maybe $30 in steel, if that. And I fabricated myself my own heavy hitch weight bracket. So I have total maybe 80 bucks into that weight bracket instead of 350. I have 150 bucks into this quick hitch that's been really working great for me, versus about 350 bucks for an iMatch, or another company that makes another full true Category 1 quick hitch is Land Pride, but again, theirs is pretty expensive. I believe theirs is like 280 bucks. So 150 bucks sounds a lot better than that. And again, with the REESE receiver hitch. So instead of spending $100 on an AI2 one, which again is a great product, you can go to your local hardware store though, if you don't have the money, and spend 25 bucks, and with a little bit of drilling, you can get that thing to fit right on there in no time at all. So 3 things I want to point out, or 4 things, the weights as well. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully it'll save you guys a little bit of time and money, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks.